Come on, Bob. Wow, what a day to be out walking, Bobster. Absolutely brilliant. Come on, lad. And where you gone? Today we'll talk UFOs. He's such a brave dog. He's an aquatic dog today, by the way, aren't you? Oh, that's still a look at camera. What's the idea of that, Bob? It just shows he's aware of everything. He's like a little detective. As I walk around these areas of East and North Yorkshire, contemplating the things people see, people experience, and look back through archives that span decade after decade after decade, I realise that the patterns are all similar. I realise that everything we're looking at is the same. We just dress them up with different names, different terminology. And as we move forward and advance, if advancement is what we do, we name them different things. What's happening there? That's odd, isn't it? Now, lead ones separate him from others. It's odd, isn't it? Weird. We step away from the old and step into the new as though we've invented some new concept, when in actual fact it's exactly the same. It's exactly what people were seeing when they painted images of aliens and strange beasts on walls depicted in rock art and stone carvings thousands upon thousands of years ago. But I don't want to jump back that far. Let's start at the 1940s and the subject of what people called Foo Fighters. Are they any different to what's being seen now out at sea, over land? I don't think they are. So in this short walk and talk along the coastline of East Yorkshire, I want to talk today about the Foo Fighters. An incredible phenomenon that's never gone away. It's still here and very visual in the skies around us today. Today I'm stood on the edge of the North Sea, looking out towards what would be probably Denmark if we took a boat and decided we were going to head in that direction. And I want to talk about the Foo Fighters of 1944, because I think there's a lot to be said for what we're seeing, what we're observing today, out over the sea, even inland on the wolds, to what were being seen and experienced back in November 1944. The story of the Foo Fighters began when a pilot named Edward Schuletter, flying a Bristol Beaufighter, claimed to have seen 8 to 10 large spheres of orange light paralleling the wings of his aircraft, obviously whilst in flight. And from that day, more pilots, both German, Allied, American pilots, claimed to have seen these anomalous orange lights whilst doing missions and in dogfights with the enemy, obviously with Germany, over the North Sea. But just what were the Foo Fighters? I find it fascinating that these lights that have been reported now, for the best part of 70 years, don't seem to have changed in appearance. They don't seem to have morphed into anything else. Orange spheres of light.
There's a lot to be said for this, even in today's world of UFOs and tic tacs and anomalous light form reports. The standard orange orb seems to be the thing that people report most. Cannot be military tech, because surely it would have changed in the 70 years or so that have passed. Yet the reports have stayed remarkably the same. These things seem to know when to take evasive action when aircraft are trying to intercept them. So there's some kind of intermind connection there. They know what we're thinking. Not only that, they can outmaneuver the aircraft quite easily. They can literally turn on a dime and appear at one side of the aircraft and then suddenly reappear at the other side of the aircraft. That's nothing that we've got. I mean, even if we're talking about the drones that we've developed today, none of them have the capabilities, seemingly, of what the Foo Fighters had back in the 1940s. 1944 was the first known report of the Foo Fighters. These objects weren't just seen by pilots, they were also picked up on radar. So there's obviously something very solid, very real, and they were explained away back in the day as St. Elmo's fire and anomalous weather phenomena, meteorological balloons. Once again, we've got trained pilots in charge of what essentially are killing machines, armed with bombs and weaponry, misidentifying strange lights out at sea, strange lights over the coast, appearing around their aircraft, seemingly at will. And there was nothing any of the pilots could do to stop this happening. In many ways, it's a good job that the UFO phenomena is not hostile towards mankind, because I'm sure that mankind's shown enough hostile intent towards the UFO. And over the years, planes sent up to intercept, planes sent up to shoot down, got nowhere near them. And it kind of tells you a lot that these things are way in advance of anything. It's always cat and mouse that these things are playing with people. And unfortunately, we're the mice. So, once again, if you've enjoyed what I'm talking about, if you like these short walks and talks around the coastline of eastern North Yorkshire, please press the like and subscribe. And for Truth Proof, we'll see you next time. Right, Bob, come on. Come on, lad. Let's make tracks. Let's go home. Come on. This way. Come on, speed up. Join my world.